Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On the Paint Table. This is my weekly show where you see what I got done, what I'm working on, and what is coming up. So this week I crushed out a whole bunch of miniatures for Batman Gotham City Chronicles, the new board game from Monolith, as well as getting another team ready for Gamma Wolves, some terrain, prepping some more stuff for Fallout Wasteland Warfare, and then I grabbed a couple new miniatures for Monster Apocalypse. So let's take a look at what got done and what is coming up.
So first things first, here is the done pile for Batman. This is 15 out of, I think I have 19 left to paint miniatures for the first scenario. So I'm going to try and have the Let's Play done for next Saturday, which I'm pretty stoked about. And that means lots of work to do, 19 more models to go. 5 of them are just little bombs though, so it's not such a huge deal. There's 3 more groups of thugs and then 2 Banes need to get painted. I followed my usual format for getting like things done. I painted boring things followed by fun things. So I actually started with Batman. He's a great miniature, just a classic Bats. He's got a great like cape and like motion to him. And yeah, I did him in the classic really dark blue and gray. So I came up from a super dark gray like airbrush, and then just threw on highlights and all the details and whatnot. Then I moved on to painting some goons, hired goons, and I used a trick here that I'll explain. When you're painting the same model over and over again, a nice trick to make them look different is pick basically the same colors for all 4, but move around where the colors go. So for instance, on these guys, when I was doing the brown, this guy's got a brown like hoodie, this guy's got brown boots, he has brown pants, he has a brown toque, and that way you can have the same color palette, you can still batch paint them, but you don't have to have them be boring, if that makes sense. They're exactly the same miniature, but they change a little bit based on the fact that I've just moved the colors around and made them all look unique, right? So like, highly recommend if you're going to batch paint a whole bunch of these guys. And then some models you don't have to do that on. Like the what is it called? The Court of Owls guys, they're in uniforms, right? They're in their like uniform 3-piece suits and like blue shirts and red ties. So I just changed their hair up a little bit. That was really easy. But I have a whole bunch more. There's 15 more goons just for this first mission that all need to look fairly unique, right? Like they're all wearing like different, or they're all wearing the same thing and they're all in the same pose. I want them to kind of like be easily identifiable as the same class of goon, but yet on the table kind of look like a mob as opposed to looking like all the same dude. And then I painted up Catwoman, really nice sculpt, classic like Selena Kyle look. She's kind of the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City one with like the red eyes and then the whip. And then I went and painted these fellas, which is the Court of Owls, and then I did up Nightwing. So you get like, when you play the game, you get a menu for your heroes, basically. You can play 3 heroes, and then each hero slot could be filled by one of 3 hero choices, because you get like 30, 40 heroes in the box, right? And they don't want to make the game the same every single time. So like, when you pick a Batman, you can pick like 1 of 3 different Batmans. And then you kind of have sidekicks of different like various levels, and you get to pick from like a menu of them too. So like, he can pick, in that mission, you can pick 1 Batman, 1 like ally basically that's like from a list of allies, and then 1 like Robin slash Nightwing slash Dick Grayson slash whoever choice. I think there's 9 options total, and those are the 3 I picked for the first one, just because they're all iconic, right? You got Catwoman, Nightwing, and Batman as a good hero trio. And then when I got Nightwing done, I painted up some computer terminals. They go with the bombs, I think, for like the diffusing in this mission. I made them just Wayne Enterprises, you know, like whatever proprietary software, because everything's made by Wayne Enterprises in the Gotham City world. The bases were done with some of my sweet limited supply of Charadon Granite, just blended up to I think Astronomicon Gray. Charadon with I think I just lined the cracks with whatchamacallit, some gloss Irex or shade. And it's all textured on there. So like these are just like no assembly. I cleaned a couple mold lines. I hot water fixed a few bases, and these models are just right out of the box and then painted up. So my first 15 miniatures for Gotham City Chronicles. And I got some more stuff I'm working on here for Gamma Wolves. I'm doing up another frame team. Now this is going to be my Ronin team, and the Ronin are basically veterans of other arcologies who've decided to form their own team. So they're masterless frame pilots. They've usually taken their arcologies frames with them, and they're all typically veterans. Like, you're not going to have any rookies basically on a Ronin frame team, which means your ceiling's pretty low for like developing your stats and developing your dudes. But your stats are nice and high. So you're going to very rarely have more than 3 frames on a team. If you do, one's probably an ace rookie and one's like a legendary pilot, an ace veteran. And then these kits are from Immortal Kings here in the middle, this big fella. He's super cool. His shield actually has, I didn't realize this in the other one because his shield's pointed down. His shield actually has an autocannon, like a twin barrel autocannon, like built into it. And then a big like melee weapon. So he's another big shield and melee weapon brawler for me to paint up. And I like that this one's going to face down at some point. The one's from my Berg frame team. And these two other ones are from Whisper. This is, I think, a Poseidon. It's supposed to be like an aquatic mech, kind of like a crab thing going on. And he's got a rapid fire energy weapon and some missiles on an arm there. And he's super cool. I'm really excited to paint him just because his design is so different. And he's a medium. And then a light over here. This is another Whisper mech. This is one of the flying ones. And I used some brass rod to give him like a cool like strafing kind of pose with his melee weapon and his... I can't decide if I want to make it a rapid fire energy weapon. It's probably just going to be an assault rifle. Because an assault rifle makes sense for these guys. And there it is. So there's 3 more frames. I'll paint them up just so I can play something different. And then I got some more terrain that I'm doing up. This is all new terrain. It's going to be available from Death Ray Designs. It's got this awesome land crawler, which I may just like even write a mission for at some point. Make it like a cool objective or something. But it's just cool terrain as it is. But I actually based it up on a Game of Wolves base with the art markings there, and that way I have the option in the future if I want to just have it like trundle around. You can even just make it a gunless frame. Like it's just a gunless medium frame. It's pretty cool. And then some techie bits. Great like for just if you want to have 3D objectives or whatever. This like pack of awesome resin things. These are all in resin. Some of the new stuff coming out of Death Ray Designs is actually like 3D printed then cast in resin, and the quality is like super nice. It's really nice. Almost no cleaning, just bang them together. Got some airbrushing on them, and I'll pick out the details next week. And then we've got my stuff. I think it's been on the paint table a couple times now. I keep wanting to come back to it, but this week I've just wrapped up all my Hellboy filming. And I'm looking for another like solo project that I can do when I'm not like enough someone in here to film, and of course Fallout is perfect for that. So I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some classic Fallout 4 missions and just like write scenario rules for them and make my soul survivors and whatever. And then when people want to come join me, we can like have adventures. I'm gonna Rangers of Shadow Deep this thing and make up some Fallout stuff where we can go and like have, because to me that's Fallout. It's not two forces fighting each other. It's a force adventuring and like encountering bad guys and having to go through different missions. So I think I'm gonna do that, but I want to paint up the rest of these guys. I want to paint up Preston and the survivors, the other soul survivor with an option for him in a power armor suit, and then Codsworth. And then I've got all my protagonists done, and I can worry about antagonists kind of like as I go along and switch to some terrain. This Death Ray stuff's gonna make awesome Fallout terrain as well, actually. And then the Monster Apocalypse. I'm gonna pick up Hammerclack to go with my Demos 9. And I have like a full bad guy force, so I can play bad guys. I got a Kraken Octus, who is very good. He's a very good guy monster. And then of course the Statue of Liberty, which how can you have a monster fight with a Statue of Liberty? So I'm pretty stoked about this. They'll get painted in the near future for some more Monpoc games. And there is what is coming up.
So you have another on the paint table done and on the books. We'll see you next week for more like progress, and you can see what I got done. I'll definitely have the rest of Gotham City Chronicles finished because I'm going to be filming that next week, as well as hopefully some more progress on this Game of Wolves and Fallout stuff. So we'll see you then. Next time, I'm Ash. Happy gaming. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.